Hey, hi there from my backyard. I'm having to retape this because some reason the video cut off. I'm working on a new Samsung, the S23 Plus, so hopefully that's not the issue. But wanted to show you, look at the pool because with the old phone, the water waves were kind of choppy. Pixelated, but I'm wondering how this looks. I know it looks good enough to go swimming. Woo. Let's look at some for this week. This is the 29th of April, 2023. And let's go ahead and look at the lemon tree. You'll see it's a little bit fuller, greener. Really love that. I think I'm going to need to trim some of these top ones over here that aren't really doing anything, so we get some more strength down here. I'm hesitant to do that though because look, we got a couple lemons that are starting. So maybe what I'll do is after the production, then I'll do the trim on it. The stems are still green, so and this one's trying to develop a leaf, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm very happy that the green of the lemon tree has come and went through a successful blossom stage, and now it appears we're getting some fruit on it, so I'm excited. Let's take a trip over here through my messy yard. Here's our tomato plant. Now the big tomato plant that I was gushing over, that tomato has ripened, so I took it off. I actually ate it last night. It was only maybe the size of a $50 piece coin. It was red. I took it off and I ate it. It wasn't, you know how you get a tomato and it's pungent bitter. This one had a little bit of bitterness, but yet it had sweetness to it as well. You'll see one back here tucked away. But I was counting earlier, we got a couple there, we got some up here, some back there. You got some over here glistening in the sunlight. So I'm happy with the tomato. I did my fingers and put it underneath the straw, and it still feels like there's a good amount of moisture. So I won't water this today, but I might likely water it tomorrow. For this plant, I'll come back to the zucchini. For this plant, I did some Epsom salt. And we bought enough Epsom salt to start our own company, I think. Because I took like a couple gallon of water jug and only had to put like a tablespoon of this in the water, and then you poured it at the base to act as a fertilizer. The magnesium sulfate that's in it, they say, is good for development of your green, strengthening the plant. So your tomatoes really like the extra magnesium. This one limb seems to have, I kind of wiped it off, but there's little black bugs back there. I'm sure you can't see it. I may need to give, if I start to see some damage on the plant, I may need to give it a little dusting. Back in Indiana, we had to do that a lot because our tomato plants would get those green worms that hide in there, and they'll sit and eat on your plant. So we'd get the powder ortho or something like that that was for tomato plants, and we would just dust it. I'm trying to keep an eye out, make sure we don't have any of those. I'm thinking we won't necessarily have that issue because we're in a container and it's up off the ground, but we'll see. We have some tragic news to report. The one zucchini died. There it is. But this one seems to be still going strong. There's a lot of green foliage coming up. Oh, Bear, how are you doing, buddy? And we're going to look at the parsley that I've let go to seed. It kind of looks like Queen Anne's lace, doesn't it? But I'm thinking we can let it go to seed and I'll just collect the seeds and try to grow another batch from seeds. That'll be another fun little project. We still have some here that we can harvest and use. This cherry tomato, looking from this direction, looks really bad. I did pluck off a lot of the little tiny nonsense ones, threw it to the side. Here's the chives. But when you look at this side, they're pretty loaded. The tomatoes aren't those dinky things. They've gotten a little bit bigger. And I'm thinking that with the heat that we're, like right now, standing in the sun, it feels almost like 90 degrees out. So anyway, that's the tomatoes. Another disappointment right now is the cilantro, but I think it's the wrong time of the year to be growing it. We're going to try and get back again in the fall. The radishes, these are the longest growing radishes ever. But I'm getting a lot of green leaf development. So I'm just going to baby them along. And I kind of wonder if the longer they take, the more hot, spicy the radishes are going to be. We'll just see how that works out. Now, my mom is planting the same seed, I believe, and hers are growing by leaps and bounds. So I think for the zone that we're in, it's kind of difficult to raise them right now. And so this is another fall crop, maybe in August. I'll plant some more and see how they do. That's pretty much the garden. I am trying to stay positive, trying to learn this new experience of growing in Arizona. But, with every fail that you think you have to look at it as a positive. So for your area, if something fails, try another growing season. And that might be when those plants in your area thrive the best. So hang in there, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you probably not next week. May have a break, but it should be the following week. Take care. Love everybody. Bye.